Welcome back. The time now 6:14. The closure of Clay High School has caused a lot of frustration for some St. Joe County families. It's also meant a lot of restructuring for the South Bend Community School Corporation. So we're going to talk with Superintendent Dr. Todd Cummings about all of this in just a moment. But before we get to him, we're going to kind of break down how this all unfolded for you. So check this out. Back in March, in order to tackle declining enrollment and improve student achievement, a facilities master plan was presented with the recommendation to close Clay High School. While parents and law offices spent the next month discussing how to keep the school open, ultimately, the school board voted to close Clay on April 17th. On April 20th, some students held a walkout protesting this closure. On September 12th, the county council passed a resolution to look into making Clay High School separate from the South Bend School District. And just last week, on September 19, the South Bend Community School Corporation started holding boundary realignment meetings as they push forward with Clay High School no longer being part of their school system. So now let's send things over to Tricia Sloma, who is now with Dr. Todd Cummings. Hey, Tricia.
Thank you, Christine. Now joining us, of course, Dr. Todd Cummings. And on top of all of this that you just heard, there is a federal lawsuit, and it's a three-way federal lawsuit. And I think a lot of people are wondering what can happen with the outcome of this. It's a lawsuit that's asking you to be completely transparent.
Sure. Good morning, Tricia. Thank you for having me on. I want to back up a little bit and say that parents and the business community wanted us to make bold decisions to invest into teachers and invest in student outcomes. And we've done that. Our literacy rates are high. We have the highest graduation rates in a decade. But yes, there is a federal lawsuit. I want to say thank you to the judge for his comments on Tuesday. And so we've been asked for more information, but whether it's been 84 public meetings or the last 6 we've had, we've been upfront, we've been transparent about the investment, about where students are going, and in seeking public input.
So Clay families are wondering where their students will go next year and how they're going to get there, because this isn't just enrolling them in a different building altogether. This means school bus transportation as well. Let's talk about that.
Sure. And so there is a map on our website that if you put your address in, you can see where you've been reboundaried. And so we're also a district of choice. And so you can choose the school that you want to go to. We'll also have the magnet application. You did mention transportation. There are some parameters around transportation that we explain on our FAQ and on our website.
Okay, one of the big questions I have is there going to be earlier route times for some of these drivers? That's going to be a question some families have, because you may need more bus drivers. You may need to accommodate those different times because of the influx of students.
So we're doing a routing study right now, and I want to say thank you to our drivers who are even up right now driving and getting ready for our students. We don't anticipate changes in timing or bell schedule, but we're looking forward to seeing the tweaks we need to make with routing.
Okay, there are no more boundary realignment meetings. We want to make that clear. However, you have a survey online that people can still take part in for about another week or so, right?
To October 6th.
Okay.
And so if you've been unable to make the boundary meetings, we ask that you take the survey. And this is our 18th survey of the year. We're gaining as much public comment as we can because we want to make sure that we're informing parents and the community about the next steps.
Okay, this is not the last time I'm going to be talking to you about this, so we thank you for coming on the show this morning. Still a lot of moving parts with this and a lot of information to share with our viewers, so thank you very much, Dr.
And
Cummings.
thank you, Tricia, for having me on today.
All right.